Welcome back to My African History, where we delve into the rich tapestry of our continent's past, present, and future. Today, we're launching a new series called From Pages to Screen, where we explore the amazing potential of African literature to be transformed into captivating movies. And what better place to start than with a classic, The Passport of Mallam Ilia by Cyprian Ekwensi. This novel, published in 1960, is a masterpiece of Nigerian literature. It tells the story of Mallam Ilia, a man whose world is shattered when his beloved wife is tragically murdered. Driven by grief and a burning desire for justice, he embarks on a perilous journey to find her killer. Let's dive deeper into the story. A young man with a dream. Many years before, Mallam Ilia was a respected, ambitious young man. He was deeply religious, intelligent, and eager to build a life of purpose. He longed for companionship. He sought a woman who was both beautiful and virtuous, one of wisdom and grace. Winning the heart of his wife, Sarah, was not just beautiful, but strong-willed, intelligent, and admired by many. But to win her love, Ilia had to prove himself. To win her heart, he and others were tested in strength, skill, and wisdom. He competed with all his heart, and in the end, he won her hand. Their love was something rare and beautiful, the kind that made the world seem bright, even in its darkest moments. But happiness is fleeting. And in a single night, it was all taken away. The night of tragedy. On what was meant to be the happiest night of their lives, tragedy struck. As Mallam Ilia lay beside his new bride, the sound of rustling outside their tent disturbed the silence. Before he could react, a masked stranger burst in, sword gleaming in the dim light. The struggle was brief, but the pain was eternal. By the time Mallam Ilia grasped what had happened, his wife lay lifeless in his arms. The assassin, whom he identified as his main opponent at the tests, had disappeared into the night, leaving an unimaginable loss. The oath of revenge. Grief and rage consumed Ilia's heart. He swore an oath under the moonlit sky, he would find the man who did this. He would not rest until justice was served. But revenge is a path paved with loneliness, and Ilia's journey would prove to be more than just a search for justice, it would become a test of his soul. A life devoted to vengeance. For years, Mallam Ilia wandered through the deserts, the forests, and the villages, following every whisper, every clue that could lead him to his enemy. He encountered many people, traders, warriors, nomads, and scholars, some who aided him, others who warned him against the consuming fire of revenge. He aged, but his determination never faded. He became known as a man of wisdom, but also of sorrow, always searching, always waiting for the day he would come face to face with his wife's killer. The final confrontation. He had wandered through deserts, crossed rivers, and endured the passing of time, all for the moment when he would finally stand face to face with his sworn enemy. And now, at last, that moment had come. The air was thick with tension as Mallam Ilia and Usman locked eyes, two warriors bound by fate and hatred. Without hesitation, their swords clashed, sparks flying as steel met steel. Blow after blow, strike after strike, they fought with the fury of men who had nothing left to lose. Every movement carried years of pain, loss, and longing, Mallam Ilia for justice, Usman for survival. Mallam Ilia fought with the strength of a man whose purpose had never wavered. He could feel victory within his grasp. But just as he prepared to deliver the final strike, pain seared through him, a fatal wound, delivered by the very man he had chased for so long. Yet, in the same moment, his blade found its mark. Usman, too, staggered, his life slipping away as the sands of time finally claimed them both. As Mallam Ilia fell to the ground, he felt a weight lifting from his soul. He had spent his entire life chasing revenge, but in his final moments, he understood vengeance had not given him peace. It had only led him here, to the same fate as his enemy. Before his last breath, he turned to a young boy who had been watching, the only witness to the tragic end of his journey. With his final strength, he entrusted his story to the boy, ensuring that his legacy would live on. The lesson of Mallam Ilia. His tale remains a warning and a lesson. But in the end, his story is not just one of revenge, it is one of redemption. And so, his name lives on, not as a warrior of vengeance, but as a man who finally understood the true cost of anger and the power of letting go. Why the Passport of Mallam Ilia should be a big movie. Intense storyline, the plot is packed with suspense, drama, and emotional weight. Imagine the cinematic possibilities. We could see the chilling discovery of his wife's body, the tense moments of interrogation, and the thrilling chase scenes as Mallam Ilia pursues his target. Rich characters, Mallam Ilia is a compelling protagonist, his journey filled with both vulnerability and strength. The supporting characters are equally intriguing, each with their own motivations and secrets, and we could explore the backstories. Visual spectacle, a unique opportunity to showcase the beauty and diversity of Nigeria. Think stunning landscapes, bustling markets, and vibrant cultural traditions. Universal themes, the story resonates with audiences across cultures. Themes of love, loss, betrayal, and the search for justice are timeless and universal. These themes are explored in a way that is both relatable and thought-provoking. The Passport of Mallam Ilia has all the ingredients for a powerful, thought-provoking, and visually stunning film. It's a story that deserves to be told on the big screen, captivating audiences around the world, and as long as his story is told, the name Mallam Ilia will never be forgotten.